Find out why I rate this 4.5 stars coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Today we are going to be talking about the Ring Doorbell system. I have had two Ring Pros on the front of my house that have had the same issue, and I want to kind of talk about it a little bit. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the micro cracks that are across the doorbell itself. You'll see some chalkiness that builds up here. If you take a really close look, the chalkiness is actually some micro cracks all the way across this, as well as you can see them a little bit more pronounced down in this lower area. What ends up happening is the view, or you'll see from the other side of this video when I actually pull it from the Ring system, that is really cloudy. You can't really make out what's going on here. The second thing that you'll see is that down on the walkway that I have here, you can't really see the walkway that goes down this way because the way the doorbell is facing is straight. I have a bush on this side, and it's not really a great setup. I do have another Ring camera that actually picks up the front of the yard. That's a floodlight camera. So I really needed to do something different. The first thing that I want to point out, though, is that this has been cracking because this is a southern exposure of my house. So because the sun comes up, it goes around the house. The sun is about right there. There's a nice cloud that's stopping the sun from hitting it right now, but it gets a lot of sun. So I ended up buying a new thing off of Amazon that is going to allow me to be able to angle it so I can actually potentially see people walking down my sidewalk, and also has a rain cover over it. So I figured that because the hottest point of the day is about when the sun is like hitting from this angle over here, it's able to shade this enough to be able to protect it. And with the cover over the top of it, it's also going to be able to stop the rain from hitting it and also causing some of that the heat stress and some of the chalkiness that's building up in it. So I have a replacement camera. I also have the case for the outside, and we're going to take a look to see how much better it is using that case to be able to protect the camera a little bit more. So here we go. First, you take the T6 screwdriver, remove the set screw, take off the faceplate, and then remove the unit from the wall. Then you remove the two connections off the back of the unit. Luckily, the angle mount adjustable doorbell cover uses the same screw holes as the existing Ring doorbell. Use the bottom screw as a set and screw in the top screw. Then secure the bottom screw. There's another plate that goes on over everything, which allows you to be able to mount the doorbell to it. Install the plate with the 4 provided screws. Finally, reconnect the power to the Ring doorbell and then use the final 2 screws to screw it into that backing plate. So one of the things that you'll see about the camera, this actually has been installed for a little while now. I think it's about 6 months from when I initially installed it. You'll see that there's really no watermarks on the camera view itself. I have not cleaned it since I installed it. So obviously it's doing its job here, keeping some of the elements out. It has rained, it has snowed. In fact, right now it's about 30 degrees outside, so it's pretty chilly. You'll also see at the top here, this is where you adjust it. So these things pop off. There's one on the bottom that also pops off as well. And there's a screw that you can adjust left and right, which allows you to be able to adjust the camera angle to be able to get a better view of what you see out in front of my house. The last thing that I'll say is everybody kind of complains about it being a flimsy plastic. This is not really meant to be a solid structure. It's really meant to be able to shade the Ring doorbell from the elements. This is not meant to be security. So if you're expecting something to be security that people can't rip it off the wall, this is the wrong product for you. But if you're looking at something to protect the camera, even though it's plastic, I think that this does just plenty fine for the job. Obviously, my front of my house has seen some better days. We will be replacing kind of our front door eventually, but I think I'm going to keep this case. It does a great job of being able to show the angle of the walkway here. You'll see me in the camera with a hoodie on right now because it's pretty cold. But yeah, again, I really think this is a really good quality product. Super happy with what happens. And then there's one last thing that I do want to talk about, which is the lights. So I have lights beside my house. At nighttime, you'll see on the old camera, because it was straightforward, the light would actually blur the vision a little bit, because it was just hitting the camera just right. With this new cover, you get a little bit of a blur from the one that's across the way, and you get nothing from the one that's above it. So all in all, I think this is a great purchase. I highly recommend it. I give it 4.5 stars. It's not 5 stars because it could be a little bit more rugged, but overall, I'm super happy with the product. I'm always interested in hearing your opinion, so drop a comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more tangents on cars, products, and more. Thanks again for watching.